Hi, everyone. My name's Heather Creamer. I'm with the Health Coach Collaborative, and thank you for joining us today for this webinar, 5 Key Strategies to Improve Client Follow-Through. I hope you get some nuggets to take away. This is a great topic for coaches. All right, when I speak with other coaches, one of the most common issues I hear about is client follow-through. So in today's session, we're going to cover why client follow-through is so important for both the client and the coach, some of the common reasons why clients aren't following through with their plan, and the 5 key strategies that coaches can use to help clients improve their follow-through. Before we get started, though, I'd like to take a moment to become fully present, and you're welcome to join me if you'd like. So if you're seated, please sit upright with your feet flat on the floor. Roll your shoulders back and down, and close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and then exhale through your lips. And let's do that one more time. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, and exhale through the lips. And now I invite you to rub 2 fingertips together with such attention that you can feel the ridges and sensations. And take a moment to focus on that feeling. And then when you're ready, you can lower your hands and open your eyes. All right, let's dive into the session. We've got lots to get through. So why is client follow-through so important? Why are we even talking about it? So let's look at it from a coach's perspective. Successful client follow-through can be a game changer for the success of the coach and the coaching practice. Client results matter, and when clients stick to their plans and see progress, it proves the coach's approach is working. The client's success is the coach's success. And happy clients and equal more clients. So people who get results are more likely to continue working with you and recommend you to others. Strong follow through keeps your client base growing. And coaches can grow too. So when they see the clients are struggling or even when they're thriving, that helps you as a coach to adapt and improve your coaching techniques and become even better at guiding people towards their goals. And it helps to build your coaching reputation because success stories and great client experience and testimonials will boost your credibility as a coach and help you to stand out. A coach who is known for helping clients through follow through and achieve real results is one that people will trust. And at the end of the day, client follow through is what turns coaching into real life transformation. And that's what coaching is all about. When clients follow through, the coach wins, they win, and the coaching business thrives. Well, what happens if a client doesn't follow through with the plan, right? So that can really lead to frustration and disappointment, not just for them, but for the coach as well. As we know, an unhappy client that has a poor outcome and they're not following through and their progress stalls, the client can get discouraged and then they might even question whether the coaching process is helping them. And chances are they're not going to be seeing results at this point and the successful outcome that they were hoping for. And it's just not happening for them. And so if they're not seeing results, they may decide coaching isn't worth their time or their money, and they may stop working with their coach altogether. And clients who don't succeed aren't likely to recommend their coach to others. A lack of follow through can lead to fewer new clients and slower business growth for the coaching practice. And we know that just as happy clients are going to spread all those positive reviews and talk about how wonderful their coach is, disappointed clients can share negative experiences, and that can make it really hard for a coach to build credibility and attract new clients. So for all of these reasons, follow through matters. It impacts client success, it impacts the coach's reputation, and the long-term effectiveness of the coaching practice itself. So what are some of the reasons why clients aren't following through with their plan? Client follow through can be challenging because it's not just about willpower, right? It's affected by so many different factors, including having clear goals, accountability, and deep motivation. And some clients struggle with perfectionism, while others might lose interest when they don't see the results coming very quickly, right? So before diving into solutions, it's really important to understand the common barriers that hold clients back. First off, sometimes they really aren't truly ready to commit to change. And once they realize the actual effort that's required, whether it's, time or financial cost, or they have to make those lifestyle changes, it can just feel really overwhelming. Assessing readiness for change upfront helps set realistic expectations. And resistance to change can also stem from some limiting beliefs they may hold, like, I'll never be able to do this, or it could be a fear of failure. Self-sabotage and past setbacks can also make it difficult for clients to fully commit, and that can lead to hesitation or even avoidance. Other barriers include a lack of clear goals, where vague or maybe unrealistic objectives make it hard to track progress. Loss of motivation, where initial enthusiasm fades quickly, right? So they're all excited at the beginning, and then that kind of fades as reality hits in, especially if the results aren't immediate. And inconsistent accountability, where clients struggle to stay on track without regular check-ins or support. Overwhelm and burnout can also cause disengagement, particularly when clients set overly ambitious goals and feel discouraged when they fall short. If clients don't feel ownership over their plan and instead feel like they're being told what to do, they may lose interest. And external challenges like stress, financial strain, or unexpected obligations can also derail progress. To improve follow-through, though, coaches need to adjust strategies. They need to create support systems and reinforce accountability in a way that feels motivating rather than overwhelming for the client. In the upcoming slides, we're going to explore the 5 key strategies that you can use to help clients follow through, setting them up for long-term success. So let's get started. All right. Key strategy number 1 is helping clients dial in on their vision and goals. Creating a strong vision is one of the best ways to get clients set up for success. If they're struggling to stay motivated, it's often worth the time to take a step back and then help them define a clear and meaningful vision for their journey. A vision can go beyond simple goals. It's really a personal and inspiring picture of where they want to be, and it's shaped by their deepest motivations. For example, instead of a weight loss client just saying, I want to lose weight, their vision might be, I want to feel strong, confident, and energized every day so I can fully enjoy my life and be present for my family. Coaches can play a huge role in helping clients bring this vision to life by asking the right questions, such as, what do you truly want to achieve in your health and wellness journey? Or how do you want to feel in your body in daily life? Encouraging clients to visualize success, and that means seeing it and feeling it and imagine what life would look like when they reach their goals, can make a big difference. This isn't just about numbers on a scale. It's about the emotional and physical and mental improvements that they will experience once they've reached their goals. Incorporating visualization exercises at the end of each coaching session can help to reinforce this vision and make it feel more real and achievable. The mind is such a powerful thing, and when clients can truly see their future success, they're more likely to stay motivated and follow through with their goals. And it's all about the follow through. Helping them connect with their vision and their deeper why ensures that they stay engaged, inspired, and ready to take action. All right. So on this slide, we have a vision setting exercise. So a vision setting exercise is really a great way to help your clients get clear on what they truly want. When working with a client, you should be encouraging them to think beyond those immediate goals and focus on the bigger picture. So in step 1, have them imagine their ideal future and then write down their thoughts in response to some of the questions that you might pose, like, what does success look like for you? Or how will you feel when you reach your goal? Or what will be different about your daily life? Once they have a clear vision written down, in step 2, then you can help guide them in identifying their key motivators. So these are 3 personal reasons why their vision matters to them. For example, a client might say, I want to have more energy to keep up with my kids. And then in step 3, we want to tie that back to what they value. So for example, if family and being a good parent might be important values to them, we want to tie that back to their statement. I want to have more energy to keep up with my kids. Understanding their deeper why strengthens their commitment and keeps them engaged, and that helps to improve follow through. From here, we're going to help them break down their vision into SMART goals. So SMART goals are goals that are specific and measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Breaking their vision down into clear goals and action steps makes follow-through easier and keeps them motivated on their journey. And by reinforcing this process, so as the coach, you're going to be reinforcing this process and helping them to track their progress, you're setting them up for long-term success. So let's take a look at the goal that we have up on the slide and see if it's SMART. So for the client who set a vision for wanting to feel strong and confident and energized every day so they could fully enjoy their life and be present for their family, instead of a vague goal like, I want to get in shape, a SMART goal might be, I will do the group exercise class 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 a.m. for the next month. This goal is SMART because it meets all the 5 key criteria. So it's specific. It really clearly defines the action, which is the group exercise class, and the frequency, which is 3 times a week. It's measurable because attendance can be tracked. That's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 a.m. It's achievable, a realistic commitment. It's based on the client's availability and routine. It is relevant to their goal and their vision because it aligns with their personal health and fitness goals, and it's time bound. It has a set duration for the next month, and that creates a clear time frame for consistency. So this type of structure really does help to ensure follow through by making the goal clear, actionable, and motivating. And once goals are set, then you can collaborate with the client to create an action plan. We're going to be covering action steps in our next strategy. All right, key strategy number 2 is to support client follow through by making action steps easy and manageable. Action steps are the small tasks within an action plan that can help clients move towards their goals. These steps break down bigger objectives into simple, doable actions that build momentum and create steady progress. The challenge is when clients take on too many action steps, especially at the beginning, they can become quickly overwhelmed and feel burned out. So too much change at once can really leave them mentally and physically drained, and that makes it harder to stay consistent. I've seen it happen. Clients go to a nutrition or health coach, and they receive this massive plan, and it's filled with all kinds of lifestyle and supplement recommendations and meal plans and grocery lists. And while this is well-intentioned, it can also, be too much to implement all at once. And what happens is the clients start to feel overloaded, and they may try a few things, but then they struggle with all the change. And then ultimately, that can lead to frustration and self-doubt. And when the follow-through for all of these plans becomes too difficult, they may just disengage altogether and just feel like the journey's just too hard for them. So that's why starting with small, manageable steps is so important. A simple, structured plan that provides clarity and focus and eliminates uncertainty gives clients a clear path forward. Quick wins boost confidence, so reinforcing their belief that they can succeed and keeping that motivation strong. And when actionable steps feel manageable, clients are more likely to stay consistent and form those sustainable habits that they need to have to obtain their goals rather than seeing their efforts as short-lived. Breaking goals into bite-sized actions also reduces resistance to change. So large changes can feel really intimidating and overwhelming. But if you take it one small step at a time, that really feels doable. And these small, easy to manage action steps add up to those lasting behavior changes. And we know that it takes on average about 66 days to form a habit. So, realistic pacing is really key for these folks. And then ultimately, keeping action steps actionable, simple, and realistic makes all the difference. And when clients feel empowered rather than pressured, and that's really important concept to remember, they're empowered rather than feeling like they're pressured with all kinds of things that they have to do, they are much more likely to follow through and stay committed to their journey. So how can a coach help with these action steps? So before the client moves forward with action steps, it's really essential to check in on the client's confidence in implementing them. So a great way to do it, and I do this myself with my clients, is to use scaling questions. So it might sound something like this. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 represents the least confidence and 10 the highest, how confident do you feel about completing these tasks? So if their confidence falls in around a 7 or below, it's probably worth exploring to adjust the plan and ensure that they feel supported. And to set our clients up for success, action steps should be smart. Keeping action steps small and specific helps prevent overwhelm and makes follow through easier. You want to make it almost too easy for them because when they have success in the beginning, they're more likely to keep going. Measuring progress is just as important, and using tools like journals and habit trackers or weekly check ins help to maintain accountability and maintain that excitement level. And then focus on the present and what they can do now by encouraging clients to take a next best step approach. I love this approach. It really shifts their mindset from worrying about the entire journey, which can seem really daunting, to simply making progress today. So asking questions like, what's one simple step that you can take right now, keeps their focus on consistent action rather than perfection. And to maintain that engagement, to keep them excited, it's helpful to align action steps, again, coming back to their why, reminding them of the deeper reason behind their journey. So if a client values being an engaged parent, for example, connecting their health choices to their ability to keep up with their kids makes the goal feel meaningful to them. It's also important to allow for flexibility because you know what? Life happens and rigid plans can lead to discouragement. So, helping clients adjust their approach when needed ensures they stay committed even when challenges arise. And of course, celebrating those small wins along the way helps to boost confidence and remind clients that progress, no matter how small, matters. These strategies can help clients stay engaged, feel empowered, and leads to better follow up. All right, we're already at key strategy number 3, and that is building intrinsic motivation. So, intrinsic motivation can really be a game changer for client follow through. Intrinsic motivation is that inner drive to pursue a goal because it feels personally fulfilling, enjoyable, or meaningful, rather than being pushed by an external reward or pressures. It comes from within the client, so it's fueled by their curiosity and their passion and a sense of purpose. For example, someone who exercises because they love how it makes them feel, rather than just focusing on weight loss, is driven by intrinsic motivation. This kind of mindset leads to long-term commitment and a deeper sense of satisfaction with the journey. Helping clients discover their intrinsic motivation is key to keeping them engaged because it connects their goals to something bigger than just an external validation. Clients who tie their health goals to something meaningful, like wanting more energy to enjoy time with their kids, are more likely to stick with it than someone motivated by fitting into an outfit for an event. Intrinsic motivation also helps clients to navigate challenges. So instead of quitting or giving up when progress slows, they remember why they started in the first place, and that keeps them moving forward. And unlike external motivation, which can fade when results aren't immediate, intrinsic motivation reduces dependence on outside validation. So clients continue their efforts even when facing obstacles because their commitments are self-driven. Encouraging intrinsic motivation also builds confidence and ownership. So clients feel like they're empowered, they're in control of their choices instead of simply following a set of instruction. And this sense of empowerment leads to lasting habit formation. And when clients see their new behaviors as valuable and rewarding, they are much easier to integrate naturally into their lives. So how can we as coaches help build this intrinsic motivation? So coaches can really play a crucial role in helping their clients tap into their intrinsic motivation by guiding them through their reflection, so using motivational interviewing and connecting their goals to their deeper personal values. And when clients understand their why, their goals become easier to attain. Follow through becomes much easier and more meaningful. So asking reflective questions like, what will achieving this allow you to do in your life that you can't do right now? That helps to uncover their deeper motivations. Encouraging them to explore their why strengthens their commitment. Questions such as, what truly matters to you about this goal? Or how will this impact your life emotionally or physically or mentally? Help build clarity and purpose. And one of the best ways to support intrinsic motivation is by shifting the focus from external to internal motivators. So instead of defining success, for example, by numbers on a scale, so they step on a scale, see what they weigh, coaches can help their clients connect their goals to their feelings and their energy and their confidence. So for example, they can ask, rather than just aiming to lose weight, how would achieving this goal improve your daily life? This type of approach makes the journey more fulfilling and sustainable for the client. As a coach, you want to help to make the process enjoyable and meaningful. That's equally important. So clients should engage in activities that they genuinely enjoy rather than forcing them into routines that they dislike. So if someone hates intense gym workouts, as a coach, work with them and find movement that they actually love to do, and that can make all of the difference. Visualization is another powerful tool, and having clients picture their future self after reaching their goals can really help to strengthen their motivation. So you can guide them through an exercise, a visualization exercise. You could say something like, close your eyes and imagine waking up feeling energized and moving with ease and enjoying meals without stress. What does that version of you look like? And this can help reinforce their vision. And when challenges arise and obstacles arise, it's essential to help reframe setbacks as learning opportunities rather than failures. So, helping your clients to feel less discouraged about missing a workout, one of the things that you can do is ask them, well, what led to missing that workout? And how can we adjust the plan so it's easier next time? And that shifts the focus to growth. And lastly, helping clients tie their motivation back to their values strengthens long-term commitment. A values discovery exercise can help them connect their goals to what truly drives them. And we're going to have more details on that on the next slide. I'm just taking a quick drink. All right. So, values discovery exercise. So this really is a fantastic way to get your client, help your clients gain clarity on what truly drives them so they can align their goals with their deeper motivations. So you can see in step one, you can start by having them reflect on some meaningful moments in their lives. So you could be asking them questions like, think about a time when you felt truly fulfilled. What were you doing? Who were you with? What made that moment so special for you? And then you might have them consider a moment where they felt really frustrated or unmotivated and explore what was missing. And once they've shared their insights, step two is to help them identify common themes. So if their happiest moments involve maybe helping others, kindness or service might be core values for them. Or if they felt frustrated due to a lack of autonomy, then freedom and independence might be priorities. And then next, in step three, you're going to encourage them to rank their key values by choosing their top 5 from the list. So they've created some, and maybe you have a list you can provide as well. And they're going to choose their top 5 and rank them in order of importance. And it could be something, on the list: health, family, creativity, achievement, adventure, integrity. I mean, there's so many to choose from. And from there, you're going to help them connect those values to their goals. So if, for example, if they chose health as their top priority, their goal might shift from simply losing weight to feeling strong and energized. And then the final step is to create a value-based action plan by integrating their core values into their daily habits. So if they value connection, for example, if that's one of their values, maybe joining a group activity might help to keep them accountable. And if they value growth, then maybe doing some different processes for tracking that can help them celebrate their improvements and stay motivated. So find what works best for each client. It's going to be different. And then just overall, I find that this exercise really helps to shift goal setting from external expectations to more deep personal alignment with their values. And this really does help to make follow through more feel more natural and meaningful for them. All right, we're moving along. Key strategy number 4 is collaboration. So a collaborative coaching approach is really one of the best ways to support client follow through. It turns coaching into a shared journey rather than just that one-sided directive where the coach is telling the client what to do, right? They're making all the recommendations, client's not really having any input. When the client feels actively involved in shaping their plan, they become more invested, motivated, and committed to following through. And I think that's true for everyone. If you're creating a plan and you're part of that plan development, you will feel more invested and have ownership in that. And research shows that when clients help to build their own strategies, they're more likely to stick with them because they see the plan as theirs rather than something that's been imposed on them. Collaboration also ensures that the plan is realistic and personalized, making it easier to implement in daily life. When clients create strategies that feel natural and achievable to them, they're more likely to stay consistent with those habits over time. And a collaborative process also encourages problem solving and adaptability. So instead of clients feeling stuck when obstacles happen, they can work with their coach to adjust and refine their approach. And this helps to build resilience, it prevents discouragement, and it strengthens the follow through. Motivation is another key benefit of collaboration. We talked about the importance of intrinsic motivation. But motivation, again, it's a key benefit of collaboration as coaches guide clients to connect their values to their goals. It makes their journey personally meaningful to them. And when clients see how their efforts align with what truly matters to them, their drive to follow through naturally increases. They want it to happen, right? They're aligned. A collaborative approach also reinforces accountability and trust. So by creating a supportive environment where clients feel safe and encouraged rather than judged, even when progress fluctuates, that can help to reinforce accountability and trust. And ultimately, coaching should feel like a partnership rather than instruction. So when clients feel empowered, engaged, and supported by their coach, their follow through becomes more natural, sustainable, and fulfilling. And again, this will help to lead to lasting success in their journey. So how can coaches take a more collaborative approach to improve their follow through? When clients actively participate in shaping their goals and strategies, they feel more invested and motivated to stay on track. So one of the best ways to do this is by encouraging client-led goal setting. So rather than prescribing solutions or taking kind of a directive approach where you're telling your clients what to do, coaches can guide clients to determine and define their own goals based on their values and motivations. And this will increase commitment and supports long-term success. And you could be using reflective questioning. So again, your motivational interviewing skills to help clients explore their barriers and their strengths and strategies in a way that empowers them to problem solve. So you could be asking questions like, what has helped you to stay consistent in the past? Or how can you make this goal easier to integrate into your daily life? That encourages thoughtful decision making and ownership of the process. Another effective strategy is to co-create their action plans. So working with clients to design realistic step-by-step strategies that align with their unique lifestyle. And when clients play a role in shaping their plan, they're far more likely again to follow through because it feels personal and achievable. Coaches can integrate accountability structures, and this could be like self check-ins, journal reflections, or accountability partners to ensure that clients stay engaged and committed beyond coaching sessions. And additionally, coaches can help them to celebrate wins and adjust along the way. And this helps clients build their confidence and maintain momentum. And taking a flexible approach to the whole process allows space for reflection and progress tracking and necessary adjustments, and ensures that setbacks don't derail the client's journey. So by treating coaching as a collaborative partnership, follow through feels natural for the client, again, empowering and personally meaningful rather than externally driven. And we're at number 5 of our key strategies, which is to foster accountability, provide support, and encouragement to improve follow through. So fostering accountability, support, and encouragement really plays an important role in helping clients stay committed to their goals. Because when clients know that someone's checking in on their progress, they're going to feel that greater sense of responsibility, and it's going to make them more likely to stay on track. So it's really important to have regular check-ins, use tracking tools, and have goal reviews to reinforce that consistency. And that's going to help build their long-term commitment. Encouragement also strengthens motivation. So clients will inevitably face setbacks. It happens to everyone. But having a coach who celebrates wins, even the small ones, reassures them that during these challenges, the coach can remind them of their bigger vision to help prevent discouragement and keep them moving forward. Support from the coach also helps to reduce the fear of failure. So creating that safe space for clients to express their doubts and adjust their plans and continue progressing without feeling like they've fallen behind or feeling judged. And when the coaching experience feels positive and adaptable, persistence becomes more achievable for the client rather than feeling overwhelmed. Accountability and encouragement also help clients build sustainable habits by showing them that even small progress is meaningful. And this reinforces their belief that they can maintain long-term habits instead of falling into frustration or giving up. And ultimately, when clients feel seen, supported, and encouraged, they're far more likely to push past obstacles, stay engaged, and follow through on their wellness journey. All right, so what can coaches do to help? Well, coaches can foster accountability, encouragement, and follow through by creating a structured, empowering coaching environment that keeps clients engaged and motivated. And that starts with setting a clear understanding of accountability. So you, as a coach, you'll want to collaborate with your client to determine how often they'd like to check in and what methods they prefer for tracking progress. So by establishing this kind of system for regular check-ins, goal reviews, or progress tracking, that helps to ensure consistency and commitment from the client. And shifting the focus from external validation to intrinsic motivation also plays a crucial role. So encouraging clients to take ownership of their growth through self-reflection and personalized plans helps to strengthen their long-term follow-through. Recognizing the small wins along the way, whether just showing up, that's a big deal. And overcoming a challenge or shifting their mindset, that helps to keep motivation high and reinforces progress. Providing those practical tools like habit trackers and journaling prompts or accountability partnerships, that does help the client to stay consistent in between those coaching sessions when they're not with you. And when clients struggle with the follow through, coaches can help them adapt and refine their approach without judgment and make the adjustments to ensure the plans feel realistic and sustainable for the client. And again, a supportive mindset is essential. Coaches can help empower clients by using encouraging language that reinforces their strengths. Simple yet powerful phrases like, "You're capable of overcoming challenges. Look how far you've come already. It's okay to adjust. Growth is just about learning, not perfection." That type of language really does help to shift the client's perspective. And encouraging clients to say their vision out loud strengthens commitment by making their goals feel real and emotionally connected. And when they shift from thinking, "Oh, I hope I can do this," to "I am becoming the person I want to be," that really helps to build confidence and resilience. So by fostering accountability and encouragement, coaches create an environment where clients feel seen and supported and capable. And that helps to stay them committed to their wellness journey with confidence and improves their follow through. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in a short period of time. So let's recap what we've gone through. Successful client follow through. Well, we know this plays a major role in a coach's success, includes increased client retention and referrals, growth for the coach personally and for the coaching practice. And then conversely, clients who don't follow through and aren't having the success that they're looking for tend to leave the coaching services and are not referring or recommending. And that makes it difficult for coaches to retain clients and grow their business. And we learned some of the main reasons why clients aren't following through with their plan. And they include, well, they may not be ready for change, right? They just may not be there yet, or they might be resistance to change, and that's something a coach can explore up front. They may not have a clear vision of what they want, and if that's the case, their goals may not be inspiring or really personal to them, and then they may end up losing their motivation and not move forward. Inconsistent accountability can also hamper progress if they don't have a framework or a system for review and tracking. And of course, if the goals are vague and they're not SMART, they would be difficult to measure or track. And if there are too many action steps or new behavioral changes all at once, especially early in the process, it's easy for clients to feel overwhelmed and they may become disengaged. And if the plan is one provided to them rather than one that they've collaborated in, they may feel a lack of ownership in the plan and may not be as enthusiastic or committed to it. And then, of course, there are those external challenges that happen, right? Life happens, illness, accidents, they might have changing commitments. All of these things can derail follow through. And then to address these common issues, we went through the 5 key strategies that coaches can use to improve client follow through. So strategy number 1, dial in on their vision and goals. So that includes a vision setting exercise that we had, and also how to make their goals SMART. Strategy number 2, support client follow through by making action steps easy and manageable. Strategy number 3, help clients build intrinsic motivation, and that's that internal drive that really fuels them. It's their why, what keeps them going when times are challenging. And then we have strategy number 4. So that's using collaborative coaching approach to support client follow through. And that includes using client-led goal setting, motivational interviewing techniques like reflective questioning, and having the client co-create action plans that are adjusted along the way with a flexible approach. And strategy number 5, foster accountability and provide support and encouragement to improve follow through, which includes setting clear expectations for accountability, encouraging ownership of the plan, celebrating their progress, not just the outcomes, providing tools and resources like journals and ways to track progress, and adapting and adjusting the plan when needed. And last but not least, creating that supportive mindset in a safe coaching space where the client doesn't feel judged and creativity can flow. Okay, so thank you for participating in today's webinar on our 5 key strategies to improving client follow through. I hope you have found some nuggets to take away with you. It's been my pleasure to present today. And if you have any questions after this session about anything I've spoken about, please reach out to me at heather@medexin.com. My email is up here on the screen. And thank you again, and we'll see you on the next one.